Hey everybody, I'm Chef Tom with ATBBQ.com, and this is Jalapeno Popper Pigs in a Blanket. Today we're making a great party food, a fantastic game day food. We're taking two things that we love, jalapeno poppers and pigs in a blanket, and we're smashing them together. For the pig portion of this party food, we're gonna be using hot links today. So I'm gonna have them one way and then the other so that they'll fit inside of our jalapenos. Could have gone further with the alliteration. The pig portion of this particular party food. Also want to get some bacon involved here. This is actually going to get mixed into the cream cheese filling for the popper. So we're going to mince this up and then take it over to the grill and cook it off. Today we're cooking on the Yoder Smoker's YS640S pellet grill. I've got it set up with the deflector plate out so that it's direct, but there's a griddle right over the firebox. Let's start by rendering out this bacon. We got 8 ounces of it, all minced up. We're gonna render that fat out. Cook this down until it's crispy, and then we're gonna also sear these hot links on here so we can get some texture on them. Just starting to get some fat rendered out of here. I'm gonna move this to the front now. And then where some of that fat's left behind, we'll go ahead and sear off our hot links. So just a few minutes on that one side. Starting to get that crust. Before we dry these out though, I'm gonna flip them, hit the other side, get a little bit more color, and then bring these right off. Nice crisp on the bacon now. Let's go ahead and get this off and onto some paper towels to drain. Followed immediately by our hot links. Now moving on to the jalapenos, we're just gonna halve these and then scoop the seeds out. My particular preference for getting these out is just to glove up and scoop out the seeds by hand. Now we're gonna make the cream cheese filling, starting with 8 ounces of cream cheese. We're gonna add 2 ounces of sharp cheddar, a little bit of seasoning. We're using the honey bacon barbecue rub from Meat Church, about a tablespoon of that. And then we're gonna sweeten it up a little bit with Blues Hogs Champions blend, about a tablespoon of that. Easiest if you soften that cream cheese first, just let it come to room temp so it mixes up real quick. Now one last addition to the cream cheese filling, we're gonna add that bacon in there, but I wanna make sure it's broken down super fine, so I'm gonna give it a good chop. So it's broken down fine now. We're gonna get all of that flavor in there. We're gonna get some of that crunch in there, which is great for a texture contrast. And the other reason that I wanna break this down kind of fine is because I find the easiest way to get this into the jalapeno is with a piping bag. Now I know we don't all have piping bags at home, so another solution for this is just a zip top bag. You just put it in the bag and then cut the corner off and you can do the exact same thing. Fill that with a little bit of that cream cheese. And then we're gonna top it off with our hot links. Jalapenos are going to be baked raw because they will soften up over the time that it takes to cook this pastry dough, and we don't want them soggy. Loading up our hot links inside of our jalapeno poppers now, and then we're gonna get these wrapped up in some Crescent Dough. We're just using the store-bought Crescent Dough here. They sell them in sheets now, which is really nice because you can kind of do whatever you want with them. Get just a little bit of flour down so it doesn't stick. And then we're gonna unroll this thing. So the way we're gonna handle this, wrapping these up, is we're gonna cut this into strips and wrap it around the whole mixture just like we would a jalapeno popper that we're cooking on the grill. So we're gonna go into 8 pieces per sheet. Half it, quarter it, 1/8 it. We're essentially going to mummify each one of these, just wrap it up in that dough. Overlap just enough Keep everything enclosed so that cheese stays in there. Just like that. Kind of pinch that end right there. That'll hold that cheese in. Now, last step before these go onto the grill, we're gonna mix up a little egg wash. 1 egg, 1 tablespoon of half and half. Just brush that right onto the pastry. This is gonna give it some shine and help it brown just a little bit better. Now the grill's turned down to 400 at this point. We're gonna do 1 on top, 1 on bottom. We'll just rotate them to make sure that we don't get too much heat on the bottom pan. About 35 minutes into this cook now. These have been rotated once. You can see they're nice and golden brown on all sides. That cheese is starting to ooze out of a couple of them, so these are ready to come off. Serve this up with a little bit more of that blues hog for dipping. Let's pop one of these open just to get a cross section. Some ooey gooey in there. Sausage is still nice and juicy. Moment of truth. The sweetness helps a lot from the barbecue sauce because there's a lot of saltiness going on in here. When you consider, you know, you've got your bacon inside the cream cheese, you got the hot link itself. Jalapenos are mild today. Never know what you're gonna get. But if you wanna go with an even more kid-friendly version, throw hot dogs in there, or a bratwurst, or something like that. It doesn't have to be a hot link, that's for sure. You can put anything you like in there. Overall, great texture. This crescent roll is crescent roll. It's soft and fluffy. You get the creaminess of the cream cheese, and then a little bit of texture out of that jalapeno and the hot link. That's a pretty yummy snack. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to check out ATBBQ.com for all the products featured in today's video. If you enjoy the recipe, hit that subscribe button. And if you have any questions or comments, or there's anything you'd like to see me cook, let me know in the comment section down below, and let's be good to one another. For more recipes, tips, and techniques, head over to atbbq.com/thesauce. All things barbecue, where barbecue legends are made.